Welcome back into the Sports Source. This segment brought to you by Medic Regional Blood Center. Folks, I checked this out for myself. Went to their Ayler Avenue location, filled out the paperwork, gave blood, was in and out of there in 45 minutes. And then just a couple of days later, I got an email telling me that my blood was used on a car crash victim. And they do that for you. They tell you where it goes. There is no better feeling and there's no better gift that you can give to this community than the gift of blood. Medic Regional Blood Center, medicblood.org. Go check out their calendar online to see where blood drives are being held near you. It's a great cause. I'm happy to promote it here on the Sports Source. Medic Blood. All right, quick slants time. Quick questions for everybody. Bob, first of all, 4th and 9 at the 50-yard line. Start of the fourth quarter. You're down 24-6. Jeremy Pruitt, who's been considered always a gambler, he doesn't gamble. He punts. Well, turns out he works for him. Would you have punted in that situation?
You know, I was kind of 50-50 on that one. I would have probably liked to have seen them go for it. The negative about that, as Jimmy's pointed out, is how terrible you were on 3rd and long yesterday against Georgia. So the odds were against you even more so than the odds are against converting a 4th and 9. But with Tennessee's defense, you know, being on the field as long as they were, and your offense not going to get a lot of possessions, I would have probably gone ahead and take a shot right there.
To me, that was it.
And you were up there, like you said, you were near midfield.
Yeah. You just hadn't had the ball in that 3rd quarter.
Yes.
I was afraid. I would have been afraid if I were Pruitt that if I give it back, I'm not going to see it again. But all right, let me get another coaching decision weigh in from you, Josh. Down 24-6, 5 minutes to go in the 3rd. Jeremy Pruitt decided to go for 2, trying to make it 24-8. You agree or disagree with that call?
Well, I disagreed with it because it seemed too early, and if you do convert and it's 24-8, then you need 2 more touchdowns, 2 more 2-point conversions, so 2 possessions to match them. The problem I looked at it as, with that much time left, it's not realistic you're going to hold Georgia to 24 points. The Bulldogs are going to score again. They end up scoring 2 more times. I guess in the end, I'm not sure it's going to matter in that spot. I wasn't thinking, you know, Tennessee's about to come back and win this game, so part of it is, hey, let's keep some momentum going. You've just scored a long touchdown. In the end, again, I don't think it was going to matter.
I probably would have. I didn't have a problem with that one. Just trying to make it a 3-score game. I agree with you, though. I didn't think you were going to score 3 more times anyway.
Yeah, I didn't think they were going to overtime at 24 all.
Right. Jimmy.
The next 2-point conversion was more questionable, I thought.
I agree.
Yeah.
But that one didn't matter either.
Yeah.
All right. Here's a comparison. Let's put up these numbers of Tennessee versus Power 5 teams last year. You had 9 games versus Power 5 teams this year. You've had 3 games. As you can see, interestingly, Tennessee is worse in points per game, worse in their rush yards per attempt, better in passing yards per attempt, worse in the points per game allowed, better in rushing yards per attempt allowed. Their rush defense is better. Pass defense, not surprised with the young youth you're going with. Jimmy, are those numbers, meaningful to you or are those meaningless?
Well, I want a little bit more of a sample size before I declare that they're meaningful. But what's kind of interesting is if you look at Tennessee, last year they played Florida a much better game. And this year they played Georgia a much better game. So I think they're about the same as they were a year ago. Again, I'd like to see a little bit more of a sample size. They have played, in my opinion, 3 really good teams. Georgia's number 2 in the country. West Virginia's around 12. And Florida, I think, is a borderline top 25 team. So those 3 teams they've played, I think, are real solid teams. I would like to see more of a sample size.
Florida's win against Mississippi State had you give them a little bit more credit this week? Okay.
Yeah.
Chuck, put up another. This is Mark Stoops.
Yes.
This is a man who got time. You see how he started at Kentucky. He was a first-year coach, first-time head coach, former defensive coordinator at Florida State, goes to Kentucky. 2-10, 5-7, 5-7, 7-6, 7-6. This year, they are 5-0, and as of what I saw last night, I'll go ahead and say it. I think they are for real now, which means they're jinxed. Chuck, there are going to be people who say, how come Stoops can turn it around and Pruitt wouldn't? If Pruitt has those first 5 years, would he be here for 5 years?
You wouldn't think so, would you? I mean, those add up, John. I wrote it down: 31-36 overall, and just 15-28 in the SEC. And no, I mean that just shows that you hang with somebody, and they've improved defensively. You know, Kentucky could score points, and now they're still good offensively. That defense is for real too. But no, I don't think they would give a coach that's 13 games under 500 in the SEC. They would be looking for somebody else.
He owes it all to his AD up there who gave him a massive contract with a massive buyout. Early last year, there would have been people saying, all right, let's pull the plug. It's turned around from like the back half of last year to now. But part of the issue is trying to give these guys time. And if Pruitt does that his first 3 years here, they're going to be calling for his head. And
Right.
year 3. All right. When we come back, Tennessee has Auburn in 2 weeks. We're going to go ahead and set that Cavaleris line today. And we now have one member of our panel who is hanging by a thread. They've got $100 left in the pool, and that is it. We'll see if the Cavaleris Casino gives credit. Come on back on the Sports Source.